secured. Mission complete. Area secured. That's nothing to a princess like me.
Hey everybody. I thought I'd just turn the stream on while I'm messing around on Pioneer, and if anybody has any questions, they can ask away. I can't find the right comp. There's a chance he's just Peggy Gunner. Hello. How you doing, Odd? Mr. Dark, hello. How you doing? How is everybody on this fine weekend day? Yeah, there we go. It was just about placement. That's better.
A flawless finale. The world is quiet.
We can try. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm okay. A bit warm, but I'm alright. It's not been as warm today as it has been the rest of the week. So yeah, it's been quite comfy. Currently just messing around on Pioneer. Hey Mesh, how you doing, sir? You alright?
Mission complete. Area
You didn't sleep. Why didn't you sleep? Because of the heat? Or what's going on? So you can catch my stream. That's funny. Bav, how you doing, my friend? You alright?
Mission complete. Area
Mesh, you need to make sure that you sleep, dude. You gotta go to bed. We're doing some... I absolutely hate these AFK stages where it's like zany turrets. They're always ridiculously strong.
Mission complete. Area secured.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get domed 3 times in a row, but we'll see. Yeah, there you go. Dome. We can try this. Kinda like the Bell Comp better though. For this one. How's testing so far? Yeah, it's fine. Like it's... the biggest findings is...
That's nothing to a princess.
is arguably one of the worst things that I think this game has ever managed to do. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it. So basically, the Apex stages that you did in Phase 1, so Apex stage number 1, Apex stage number 2, 3, 4, you know, whatever, on the left and the right-hand side are exactly the same as the ones in Phase 2. So the stages that you're going to be doing are exactly the same. Yes, obviously we're going to have new artifacts, like Frontline Spell looks really good, as does the Candy Cane artifact that we've recently had access to. That will change some of the team comps, plus the introduction of heroes like Peggy, plus maybe some of the kind of charms bringing other heroes into favor. All these sorts of things will contribute for maybe some of the comps changing, but it feels pretty bad. It's likely no. There is a bug at the moment where you can get access to mythic charms. In Phase 2, you will have access to the red charm, effectively when you're going to be pushing Apex to like its conclusion. And then at the start, you'll have the orangey yellow one, depending on whatever you prefer to call it in terms of coloring. But so far, the go-to comps have been this Gwyneth, Gunner, Valor, Shield. Is that what it's called? Vanguard spell, but not Valor Shield. Is Sylvan fully gone? I haven't found a use for him yet. In the nicest of ways. I haven't found a use for him yet. How do I want to play this? We can just go Auna. Just do that. Yeah, I haven't found a use for him yet. Lamantis, I've not seen at all. I've not also tried to use, I'll be honest. But Peggy has been pretty good. Peggy has overperformed my expectations so far. That is the wrong comp. There is a good amount of data so far to suggest that Peggy is on par with Valara in terms of utilization. There are some comps that like Peggy and there are some comps that like Valara. Can I swap Sylvan then? I mean, who do you want to... What, you want to swap Sylvan to Eve? Nereon? Who do you want to swap Sylvan to, Rick?
Clock out.
Hey, Gnarly. How you doing, my friend? You alright? Time to clock out. Good old Contus. Yeah, so far Peggy's been pretty good. Peggy alongside Frontline Spell and Bird have been really good. And then you can effectively, in the comp that you see here in front, you can take Gunner out and you can add Saida, and then I've also found utilization for Baelren. So yeah, it's been interesting so far. I already did that last season. So you were... Wait. You already... Well, you're asking me if you can, and then you already did it. I'm confused now. Confused! Let's try the Baelren one before we try messing around with the formation. Yeah, in the Baelren one, she just dies. That's not what we want. We want to do instead... we can try this first and foremost, but I'm guessing it won't work either. Gunners smashing the world. A bit unhappy about the players that the Canucks have drafted in round 2 this morning. They had fine picks last night in round 1.
Mission complete.
I saw Justin Bieber opened the draft with pick 1 yesterday, didn't he? Good old Biebs. Well, time to use my savings to pull Peggy, but I think I will skip Lamantis for... yeah, right now I don't see a utilization for Lamantis, but I might be wrong. People might have cooked up some comps with him, but I haven't, and I haven't tried to utilize him either. What did we try? Can we try this?
Eager for nourishment.
Like that? Can we give that a go? Apparently not. Can we try... where's Bale?
This won't take long.
It was close. It's not going to work though. The other one to try is...
Don't worry, I'm here.
Wolf Boy. He dies very, very quickly. Okay. There we go. That might be better. Wolf Boy still dies. I got close. You think it needs Kulu? We could try this comp here. Hold on. We could try the Gwyneth Kulu comp. There are only 1,000 Apex stages in Phase 2, yes. It did not, in fact, need Kulu. That was a bad suggestion. There's a feasible chance that it might just be this, to be fair. Going to summon Peggy to S+ and get 1 copy. Gnarly, that's literally, I think, my plan too. I think 1 copy Lamantis and then just S+ Peggy is fine. Peggy seems really good, though. To her, this isn't going to work either. We can go back to no more Contus teams. Contus is still being used. It's just a case of... she's used on like Dead Tides and stuff still, like she was in this phase. Like, this isn't a contest stage on live as it is. Contest is a thing on Dead Tides and stuff like that. She ain't good against this sort of stuff. This is a...
Don't worry, I'm here.
interesting predicament, is what it is. We could try and Valara... Where's Valara?
Accept this judgment.
Something like that. No, Faramore just dies. Okay. Maybe instead we try
I'm
Gwen.
in position.
Auna's dead. There's no survivability. Pain. Bum ba bum ba da bum. Bum ba bum ba da ba bum. Can he swing from a web? No, we can't. Let's think.
I'll provide intel support.
Nah. Not quite. It's gonna work, but it's not gonna work at the same time. I might. There you go. It did.
A flawless finale.
Eve, big good.
The world is quiet.
And we're basically looking at the same comp again. We can try running it back. Alright. Lily May instead of Gwyneth? Nah, it's all good. The Byron doesn't matter for shit in that situation. Are the stages easier now compared to Phase 1 early Apex? Okay, so the change that they made to try and help early Apex, I don't know if it will or if it won't. And it's the fact that the blazing the blazing effect, it would help if I did not just press play. The blazing advanced, you'll see, if you read it, there's a change to it. And if you don't see the change, it's just this. It's no longer 5%, it's 4%. So both you and the enemy are taking less damage. So hopefully, in their eyes, that will smooth the initial entry into Apex. In terms of, are they going to be easier? I got no fucking clue, because we're max Rezo, max Paragon, max everything, so it's impossible for me to unfortunately say, Mesh. This has been introduced as a an objective to do that, but will it happen? No clue. The one thing that I can say with some confidence is the fact that Peggy has been doing a decent amount of healing, which might be able to help mitigate some of the damage that we experienced early on. But once again, if that's going to be enough, I don't know. I don't know. This looks like a contest stage. Yeah, it's a contest. Let's get our contest out. Here we go. We can mess around. We can get this. Let's try this. But yeah, for the most part, Lamantis has been like happily underwhelming in AFK stages, which is a good thing. And then Peggy has been kind of good, which is a nice surprise, because having a factional hero be good at AFK stages is somewhat of a rarity. Is Baron getting used again in Phase 2? I'm using him. I'm using him. I don't know if he is going to be used, but I've been using him today for some AFK stage clears, yeah.
Time to clock out.
I want to reiterate again what I was saying earlier. The AFK stages that we are doing right now are the exact same that we were doing in phase 1. There's no difference. It's just a case of copy paste, which to me is ridiculously lazy. And I don't get it at all. I don't get why they've done that. No notification, no nothing. I'm not the one that pushes the notification. Don't blame me. But hey, Serena. How you doing? I've only been live for like 20 minutes, and the first 5 minutes of it was me just in silence, eating a brownie while I was just doing a few AFK stages, so you're all good.
A flawless finale. The world is quiet.
What are you talking about? You hand deliver the... Yeah, I come into every single one of your inboxes and I'm like, I've just gone live. Would you please care to join? Well, it's in keeping with their removal of lazy. It is. It's literally in parallel to that. So the reason why Baelren might come back is a little bit because of frontline spell, just as an FYI. Do you get anything in your main account? You don't. There's absolutely no benefit to doing any of this. Like, there's absolutely none. If there was a benefit, more people would want to do it, but there's absolutely none. It's simply a case of just being able to mess around and test, like, some stuff. Like, just figuring out what works, what doesn't work, what might be good, what might not be good kind of thing. Which is nice, because it means that we can do some deducing, like Watson and Sherlock, and figure out whether a hero is good or bad, potentially. It means that I can kind of give some educated guess into the types of AFK stage teams that you'll want to use day one and as you go through pushing. So yeah. Hey Kitty, how you doing? How is your Saturday? It's Saturday today, right? Yeah, it's Saturday. How's your Saturday going? Enjoy your brownie? I did. It's all gone. That new artifact that you're using, is it a staple? It's not so much... So, well, yes. Yes and no. So, frontline spell is seemingly very, very good, but you'll have access to it week 1 mesh. So, it's like, gonna just be there. Like, you're not gonna have any difficulties getting it. I'm surprised today. Oh, yeah, well, so I said that I would stream if Pioneer went live, and it did. So I decided to hop on and just kind of just play a little bit. I don't intend on streaming for too long, but I thought it would be nice in case people have any questions with regards to Pioneer, because I know that not everybody gets to play it. So, yeah, thought I would just say hello, see how everybody's doing on this fine weekend.
Mission complete. Area secure.
It does look like a Christmas artifact, like people said. Yeah, it looks like a candy cane, right? This one. Looks like a candy cane. This is an interesting team. This... Oh, we could try this first and foremost and see if it works or not. Thought you were streaming tomorrow, so I thought that Pioneer wouldn't go live till tomorrow, being honest. But yeah, I was wrong. And Pioneer went live like midday, maybe just after midday. Yoon, how you doing, my friend? You alright? But yeah, I'm here now, and we're pushing some Pioneer Apex stages, and we're trying our best to figure out if Peggy is a good hero, and so far, it seems so.
Finale.
But yeah, I'm really interested to hear. I've obviously heard the opinions of a handful of like AFK stage pushers with regards to yeah, this is frontline that I'm using now. Frontline is, you'll get this week 1, I believe. It's a very good artifact. Except we just died. We put Peggy middle, take this out, play Kulu, go like this, and see if that helps. But I'm pretty sure it won't. Yeah, it won't. We can let it play out. Yeah, there we go. We will go back to the team that should work for this, which is this team. But yeah, so far it's been pretty relaxed. There's nothing untoward. There's no real surprises. We can do this. What is Peggy providing to the team? Good healing, damage reduction, damage buffs. A little bit of everything, to be fair, Rick. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, a little bit of column C. Her guards are also really good, in addition to the debuff that her rangers are producing. But for the most part, for example, just then, she didn't really get to do much. But she's effectively allowing the team to sustain as well through that like decent healing that she's offering. The split damage effect is also pretty decent that she has. So yeah, like it's allowing Bird to just wreak havoc. And that mixed with Frontline Spell. And Frontline Spell basically says all the allies that move into this half of the map gain a movement speed and haste. That haste addition to Bird is like phenomenal. But once Pioneer testing is... Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. Instead of trying to figure out how you can make the Celestial Hypogean the most broken hero, it's about trying to figure out whether Peggy can be made into a fighting force. This won't work, but we can run it. We can just see that it won't work. I don't mind. Because the Christmas trees are going to kill the Bird. There you go. It's probably a case of just using Gwyneth. But yeah, the predictions that Gwyneth was going to become a menace in Phase 2 are becoming true. The predictions of Faramore and Baleren emerging in Phase 2 like they normally do, once again, coming true. Yeah.
Mission complete. Area secured.
These guys mean Bird not good. So Penny P4 plus 25 R4 on release. See, the problem is I don't know if she's going to be good at PvP. So I don't know if that's even worth it. I do think that she's like an easy, right now, based on what I've seen, I think she's an easy Supreme Plus unit for an AFK stage pusher. Plus 25 is an interesting discussion because similar to some of the more greedy units that have been released recently, she does have part of her effect where like the guys scale off her stats in a way. So the more stats that she will inherently have, whether that's in battle or before battle, is going to be better for her. So plus 25, similar to like Valara, similar to Celise, all these sorts of heroes, will make sense. Yeah, okay. That was not surprising that didn't work. We can try the Bell comp. What exactly does the artifact offer? Is it what makes Gwyneth really good? So it's the combination of what it offers to Gunnar mixed with what it offers to her. So if you like, so you're talking about Vanguard spell right now, not Frontline spell. I'm guessing because you were talking about Gwyneth. So Vanguard spell is, in fact, we'll just do it this way. Vanguard spell artifacts. Here it is. Okay, so it designates the frontmost, which is always going to be Gunnar in that comp. So when the battle starts, effectively it adopts a tactic based on their damage type. So physical or magical. So both of them will benefit. So she's doing more damage as a result of that. In addition, when the allies deal the corresponding type of damage, it heals them for HP. So what that will mean is the damage that she's pumping out is absurdly increased, but then the damage that she's doing at an absurd rate is healing Gunnar, meaning realistically, the chances of Gwyneth ever becoming a viable target because of the threshold is minimal. And as a result of that, Gunner can just continue to siphon because he'll always be the sole target. So yeah, it just works really well. It reminds me a lot of the snowball tile in a weird way that Graveborns used to use in Season 4, where you would have Chimera plus maybe 1 unit left at the end of the fight because that's all you needed. You just wanted like Chimera plus 1 to survive, maybe even just Chimera. It kind of reeks of that. You just want the Gunner and the Gunner-based hero to live. This is a Baleren comp. In fact, what we should do in that case is, first and foremost, we should try Saida. But we can try Faramore off the side as well if it doesn't work. But frontline spell seems really good. Is Pioneer up today? It is. Pioneer is live. It's been live probably... What's the time? It is 6 PM for me here in the UK. I think it's been live for maybe 5 hours. Maybe a little bit less than that. Maybe like 4 hours. Yeah, we don't have enough damage. So here, instead of Saida, we can go to Faramore.
I'm here.
We can try and get Faramore to sneak around this side. Gets to ult. How's Rainbow Man in Stages and Dream Realm? Lamentis I've not seen used in AFK Stages. I've not had a utilization for him, being transparent. I don't think he's good. I'm not sure we're going to get this. It's going to be very close. No, we did. Okay. However, for Dream Realm, it's likely that he's... the Dream Realm team that was the best team so far, I think, had him in. Which makes sense, because the Dream Realm boss for today on Pioneer is the Summons one. It's the Doom Scourge boss, or whatever it's called. I can't remember its name. So yeah, it makes sense for it to be the boss of choice for today. Well, I forgot to change Faramore. We're dying here. Do we have orange or red charms on Pioneer for Apex Stages? We have everything. So we have red charms. There was a bug that actually gave us access to mythic charms too. But yeah, you have access to red charms. So the scaling will be based off legendary charms this time. We want to go back to this. This theoretically should work. We should have enough. It means that Phase 2 will likely be a touch harder than Phase 1 based on charm scaling. So if we look at historic, what charm is available for overcoming the AFK stage type, in Phase 1, if on Pioneer we have access to the purple charm, it tends to be a hard, difficult Phase 1 grind for Apex Stages. If you have access to the blue charm, like we did, it tends to be very easy, and when purple charms are released, everything falls over because the scaling was based on blue charms. And then you can kind of put that same into yellow or red, and if there's only yellow charms, then it's difficult. Then it's easy once red charms come out, and vice versa. If it's red charms, then it's meant to be a touch more difficult. So we'll see if that rings true once we actually kind of let things flow through, but yeah. Yes, it's not going to work. We need to go back to this. Up. No, that wasn't what we wanted, was it? Go again. Free run on the auto grief. Yo Nightbot, fix your notifications for live streaming. What's wrong with him? He's giving his best. There we go. That was better. Alright.
Time to clock out.
Time to clock out. Ugh. Disgust. Any zany turret stage is awful. I am not a fan of a zany turret stage. And apparently, they're pretty difficult. I can't even remember the true solves for the zany turret stages because I feel like they used like some weird siren team. They used some like weird ass siren strategy and I can't remember what they were. I'm pretty sure I'm stuck on a zany stage on the right hand side too, which is funny. We can try cycling through and seeing if any of the comps that we found will help us. I'm guessing no is the answer, but we'll find out. Yeah, this one didn't help. Because Burb does not have enough lives. And then the Bale one I'm guessing won't work because Baram will just die. Watch. He'll go kablam alongside Bird. Kablam. Oh, maybe. Bird died. We'd have enough damage to get us over the line to kill the final enemy. Brutal. But not too far away. We can make that work. Need to just figure out how to keep him alive. I'm about to finish my bird. I don't know which CH to build next. Lamantis seems like a scab. I think Lamantis is like a Dream Realm here, like a Dream Realm player's wet dream type thing. I think I don't. Well, okay, hold on. I think that Mantis will be a Ravage Realm, Titan Reaver, Dream Realm kind of aficionado special type thing.
A flawless finale. The world is
There was somebody that was saying earlier in one of the spoiler chats that maybe like what's the word? One copy might be decent for Lamantis. I have no clue if that's even valid or not, but if so, I'm here for it. Oh god, Ravage Realm? Yeah, exactly. But like thematically looking at Ravage Realm costumes in recent seasons, they've not exactly been things to write home about and actually care for. It's been more a case of just make sure that you secure the plus 25 stone and move on. I think that's been the most important reward. At least personally, I've not enjoyed the what's the word? The cosmetics. I feel like I'll have to flip a coin between him and Roland. I think Roland is very, very good. He doesn't have HP loss, you're right, but if, for example, he ends up with the summoners in a... I don't know what faction he's going to end up with, right? And if he ends up with the faction that has all of the summon base units, and he absolutely cranks in a summoner team, then of course he's going to be in it. Bird solo in the world.
a flawless finale. The world is quiet.
I heard Lamantis is pre-endless Dream Realm. Yeah, his damage type lends himself to pre-endless. But his damage type will also, it's like him as a hero will lend himself to Doom Scourge. Like, that will be a thing. Aurora is Wilders, but Florabella is also, what's the word? Is also Wilder.
A flawless finale.
If Peggy is Lightbearer and they like jam him into, I don't know. Okay, I say this. There's obviously a way that they do this. I don't know how they would make him a Lightbearer given the sheer volume of Celestial Hypergenes that are already Lightbearers. I would most likely see him fitting into the Aurora Wilders stuff, and then Bird goes with Maulers, and King Roland goes with the Graveborns, maybe. Or Bird goes with Graveborns and King Roland goes with the Maulers, something like that.
Flawless finale. The world is quiet. A flawless finale.
Bang, ba, bang. I'm back. Did I miss any crucial information? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're just chilling. I guess one of the things to talk about is what's happened? Why did it just boot me out? Okay. I guess one of the other things to talk about from an AFK stage perspective is equipment. Will the equipment strategy change at all? It could, because of how good Gwyneth is. You might want to pick up a ranger item, but given the AFK stages are literally the same, you'll probably want to be close to the same lists that you were using in Phase 1, just with some lessons learned if you were doing your own stuff. And then, yeah, maybe adding a marksman weapon in there somewhere. And maybe being a bit more greedy on your way into Apex, because of how hard Apex could possibly be once you get there. Yeah. How's Peggy in stages? Does she work well with Aurora? I've not seen any utilization of Aurora or Lamantis or Florabella or anybody like that in AFK stages yet. But Peggy is a good hero. She's been working quite well in place of Valara, being honest. Yeah, so Peggy has been performing above average in stages so far. She seems like a good Supreme Plus. Damn, looks like you've been wailing hard on your account. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Ever since your package is out of my mind, Vi, I've managed to really lock in, you know.
A flawless finale. The world.
How you doing, my friend? You all good? How's the heat in the Netherlands? Is it cooled down? It's like what, 7 PM where you are? Don't lie, my package actually. I wonder how your package is getting on. Your apartment is 30 degrees. Yeah, that's similar to what my room is. It's very, very toasty here. Very toasty. It looks like Kai is cooking up a storm on the right-hand side of AFK stages. Go on, the Kai. I mean, we're happy we get to benefit from Kai's masterful cooking.
Time to clock out.
Time to clock out. Guys, everywhere is hot summer in the world. Yeah, it's absolutely baking worldwide. Please rerun Celeste Banner. I need to pull Peggy with the extra gems after I've saved. It's pretty cold here in South Africa. In Sifi. We timed out. I think the plan is to push up to 700 and then stop. I don't really have an interest in completing all 1000 Apex stages on Pioneer server. I wanted to do this just to get an idea and an understanding. I was going to stop at 600 and then I was like, oh, I actually said that I was going to live stream today if I got access to Pioneer. So I thought I would hop on, and that gives us an opportunity to talk about some of the stuff. The Celeste rerun should be pretty shortly, pretty soon. I think midnight. Show us the other stuff. There's not really much other stuff to show you. What's some of the other stuff that I can show you? So here's the guild jewel picture. It looks phenomenal, right? Wow. Ooh, cool. Nares, how you doing, my friend? The Clash Fronts matchmaking, there is something very interesting about Clash Fronts. I can't see it here. However, basically, it seems that participating people get additional chests. Like, they get an additional one of this. So, it does seem like there is going to be a difference between, like, participating and non-participating Clash Front members. Which is bad, by the way. Like, bad. Outside of that, there is literally nothing else to report to you, Mesh. I can go to Lamantis.
This is getting boring. Who will accompany me for a stroll around? You.
Let me go to... That's not the button that I wanted, is it?
This is getting boring.
I wanted Affinity. Voice.
Come and play with me for a while. My vision is clearer. You have angered me. Huh? Now that's interesting. Not worth mentioning. Stars.
Ash Ketchum. Maybe. But, yeah. A weird hero. I've not utilized Lamantis in AFK stages yet. 668. I've not seen Lamantis yet. So, yeah. Lamantis has not been around. Still Glyph Shade, no new boss? Yes, it's still Glyph Shade, no new boss. It's like Ash doing Meowth's impression. But yeah, Guild Duel will be a thing. Clash Fronts is going to be a thing. But it seems that for Clash Fronts, you are going to want to make sure that you are a participating person, if you can. You want to be one of the 30 people actively signing up and engaging and trying to get into the Clash Front team. Because there is like an additional S tier chest, I think. That's what the UI I saw earlier said. Which is the stage artifact in Phase 2. It will be a mixture of Vanguard spell, Frontline spell, Surging, and I've forgotten the 3 ultimate one. Is it true Guild Duel is taking stages and DR rankings into account? Yes, they mentioned it in 1.7.2's patch preview video, Mesh. They said you will earn... The way that it was described is you'll earn tokens to then use to, like, consume to generate attacks on the boss based on your rankings for those 2 game modes. Yeah.
A flawless finale.
Yeah, I don't know who could either. To be honest, Serena, the only thing that could make a difference is, once again, going back to the idea of making utilization of some of the former bosses. I would like the Guild Duel to be like a randomized boss every time. I think that would be good. So you have to actually like cook up some comps and stuff. You can't just instantly just slap the same comp in over and over and over again. Like, this Guild Duel is Thalassa. The next one is Blightshroom. The one after is Alucia. The one next is Siren. The next one is Azora. Like, you just come across a random boss. I hope they don't make it another boss with endless rules. I'm fairly certain it's just going to be how much damage can you deal across the amount of attempts that you've got kind of vibe. I think I answered it right, Midnight. I think you were asking me to answer the stage artifact one.
The world is quiet.
It would be another HP lost slop. The other way that they could do it, right, is we were just talking about how you basically are going to take your AFK stage and Dream Realm rankings to get consumable tokens to have your attacks. It could be how many of the Guild Shade bosses can you kill. Like, you get to, I don't know, Like, can you get all the way from level 1 to level 25 in a weekend through the tickets that you can consume, and whoever has the most level and also the most damage done in that period goes through. But then there comes like a question of, you know, it's a wasted token if you're only hitting it for like a couple percent. And I'm guessing they will go down the path of least resistance, which is a endless type boss that you just have to have tokens to hit. That's my guess.
A flawless finale. The world
That's it? Okay, good.
quiet.
I just wanted to make sure in case I had missed something, but I didn't think I had. This isn't going to work. Not against the dead tides, I don't think. They're going to run me over here. Are they? Wow, they didn't. Amazing. I take it.
A flawless finale.
I take it.
The world is quiet.
So Rainbow Man is a skip. Now we're in for Chad Max. I think I will be skipping Rainbow Man. I couldn't give two fucks about Dream Realm. So I probably will end up pulling a copy of him just for completionism, even though I don't have a copy of Cryanaya yet, when I say the same thing. I think if I was to pull, is it 13 copies team? 14 copies for S+? I think if I was to do that, I would rather just have those copies on Bird or Gunner on my account. 14. But yeah, I think I'd rather just have 14 copies on a Celestial Hypogean that I know is going to see utilization in AFK stages. Like, I think I'd rather get P2 Bird or P2 Gunner, because I only have Supreme Plus Bird and Supreme Plus Gunner on my account. Hey Dave, how you doing, my friend? The infinite HP is not the problem, just the endless scaling. HP loss has no reason to exist. I mean, there's a lot of things in this game that have no reason to exist, but they do. I'm looking forward to King Roland. I think King Roland will be an absolute beast. I think a lot of other people are on the same wavelength, but we'll see. Team, are there any World Cup games today?
The world.
I feel like I'm asking this, and I'm 99% sure there are, but I don't know who they are. Who's playing today? Oh my god, a Sylvan team? This is the first Sylvan team that I've seen. You just want Roland to get the Himbo skin? Like, I tell you what, King Roland getting a summer attire skin would be really funny. They really need to incorporate the CH heroes into the season story more. Roland is getting more hype simply because he had... Okay, I said the exact same thing recently in a video, going back to the Saida stuff. I said the same thing about Cryanaya. Cryanaya was one of the most hyped Celestial Hypogean heroes when I first started. I remember the community actively being like, oh my god, I want Cryanaya to be a PvP or a Dream Realm or an AFK stage type hero, and people were actively being like, no, she has to be this, she has to be that. Yeah, it's nice to see when they're in the story, there is a lot more interest in them. How are AFK stages going? Pretty fine. Like, yeah, they're fine. There's a big flaw with AFK stages in Phase 2 that's going to drive the majority of the community insane who like AFK stage pushing. And the general census, and I've already submitted the feedback, and it's going to fall on deaf ears because who cares anymore. But the AFK stages, or the Apex stages, are the exact same as Phase 1. So Apex 1 in Phase 1 is the same as Apex 1 in Phase 2. So it's just a copy-paste of everything. There is no difference. Yes, obviously, like I said before, you can have new artifacts, you can have heroes that have gotten stronger because of charm bonuses and things like this, but for the most part, it's... So they are easy. The scaling isn't going to be the same. And I'm sure that the scaling won't be the same. And the reason I say that, Peck, is people still have their head in the sand, over the fact that in, what's the word? In all these different phases... Okay, this team's not going to work. In all these different phases... Okay, I can do this as like a real example. In Phase 1 and Phase 2, when we go on Pioneer, we get access to a certain amount of charms. Depending on the level of charm that we have access to, tends to, and it's been a data point every time that this has happened. Every time that we've checked this, it's been a true data point. If you have access to the highest level charm possible, Apex Stages are not like absurdly easy when they come out. So when red charms come out, Apex Stages shouldn't, in theory, if this data point is true, fall over instantly. They will still be tough. However, in Phase 1, on Pioneer, we only had access to the blue charm, which means the enemies are scaling based off that fact. So as soon as we had access to the purple charm, what happened? 500, 600, whatever, I can't remember the number, Apex Stages were doable. And Season 5, Season 6, both of these data points were accurate. In Season 5, Phase 1 was absurdly difficult because we had access to the purple charm. And then in Phase 2, Pioneer only gave us access to the yellow charm, and it was, like, ridiculous. Like, it was so easy when red charms came out. And it was vice versa in Season 6, and then in Season 7, it's currently playing out the same way again. Same effect and same enemies? Yes, it's the exact same effect, bar there is a tiny, tiny change in the buff, in the Blazing Advance piece. So if you look at Blazing Advance, if you go on live right now, it's equal to 5%. Now it's 4%. So there is a slight nerf to try and make the introduction or entry into Apex when you go from AFK to Apex a slight bit easier, because the effect was absurd when you made the introduction last time. But yeah, it's the exact same enemy lineups. So if you pushed all 1000 Apex stages in Phase 1, you'll come across every single stage exactly the same at the same points. Meaning, if you get to the same AFK stage and it's a synergy, you will already know what the solve is, because you can just go back into the pins from your Fala or look at my videos or whatever, and you'll instantly know, okay, I only have to do, what's the word? I just have to go get this. Like, it's... That, to me, it's like... I don't know. What's the right way of saying this? It's like a new season in any game, and then they just kind of have copy and pasted Season 1's content. Like, it's bad. It's lazy. And it coincides with the fact that they're removing a bunch of shit. Like, it's just lazy. Why does Evie work in AFK stages? I saw it in Phase 1, but couldn't make sense of it. Her intelligence gathering is very, very good. In addition, the support buffs that she provides are also decent. She can die, and she still has a huge impact, even though she's now gone from the battlefield. Eve can die and leave her buff behind for this fight. Yeah, there you go. Dave's got it. She needs to survive long enough to do her full investigation, which she often does. There's no way this team works for this. We can just instantly skip over this. Do Kai do this? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. This is just this. But so far, we're max Rezo, we're max Paragon, max weapons, all this other stuff, and nothing has been absurdly difficult, but we wouldn't expect it to be at this point if we've got all of this. So. Boom.
A flawless finale. The world is quiet.
That's a good way of putting it. Thank you to... thank you to Vi. Basically, imagine playing like World of Warcraft and a raid comes out. And you then decide, okay, I liked this raid. I'll go to the next... I'll play the next like tier of content or the patch. And the exact same raid comes out again. But now you've got like slightly better gear, but it's still the same raid again. And you just did it before. Like, you would be very, very miffed. It just feels very lazy. I've asked the developers if it was a mistake and that they're going to update the enemy lists, but I've not heard anything yet. Almost like Keystone Plus in Dungeons. Yeah, kind of vibes. Yeah.
A flawless finale.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's an argument against my point though, Norris, because Keystones are actually quite good fun. Because, yeah, but Keystones introduce like other effects, right? Like you're not having the same effect over and over and over again. If you run the same key, like if you run the same plus 20 or whatever, it would be the same thing over and over and over. But if you're like slowly going up from like plus 5 to plus 10 to plus 15, they introduce more and more. That's the wrong side. Yeah, because of the weekly changes and you get the different buffs and the different things. Like, if you were here yesterday, by the way, if you were here yesterday on the stream, I speculated based off some insider knowledge that I had shared with me and I didn't believe. And I'm starting to actually believe it. So, if you remember rightly, there was a rumor that went round that, and Peck, yeah, I will, 100%. Thank you so much for the dono, dude. Peck, you, this is a good thing for you to confirm, Peck, if you want to. The Pioneer stuff was delayed this week, as was VN, and there was no conversation about it. There was no communication from the developer team, yet they admitted in the release of the Pioneer notes today that they have been fixing a technical difficulty, correct? And I'll wait for Peck to say yes or no to my statement. But the answer is yes. Like, there was something that was preventing them from releasing things. And that thing that was preventing them, I heard speculation yesterday, and we mentioned it on the live stream, that it was to do with AFK Stages and potentially a buff that was meant to maybe be in place. So there was a rumor going around that Blazing Effect was not meant to, or Blazing Advance, sorry, was not meant to be the effect and it was supposed to be something else. But they couldn't get it to work, so they had to go back to Blazing Advance. And then, because all of the AFK stages they had designed were set for the new buff, they didn't work with Blazing Advance, so they've had to go back to the old 1000. If that's the case, I actually can understand it. Like, I can actually see why it's happened. But because they're never ever going to communicate that, I've got no fucking clue, and I have to just sit here and say that they're lazy. But it would make so much sense if that was actually the case. But yeah, like I said, I can't prove it. Yeah, see, look, they've been having technical issues, and I like, the more I look at it and the more I think about it, these technical issues could really feasibly be that they had an idea. Okay, that just didn't work, did it? They had an idea for an Apex effect. It just didn't work. Like, they just couldn't get it to work. Well, this seems like a not fun AFK stage, doesn't it? What we got here? Kai shared 252. TY Kai. We're at 253. You beast. Their silence forces us to play devil's advocate. Yeah, I know. This feels like a Kulu angle. Can we do a Kulu angle?
Get ready to be scared.
Can we do like this? But I don't think we're gonna have enough damage if we do it like that. Yeah, we just die anyway. Okay. Can we go Wing Guard? Not seen any Wing Guardian Leviosas in the chat for a while. Actually, if they managed to pull off a different effect each phase, it would be a little more fun if they were adamant about reasoning. Exactly. So if there was a new effect in place, I think that they would have more room, like 1000%. But given the fact that we've got the exact same one, yeah, bit of a weird one. 253, check. All right, 254. Let's have a little look. It's Leviosa! There you go, Mesh. Leviosa! I absolutely hate Harry Potter, by the way. How do you feel about having different kinds of encounters occasionally, like some 1v1 stages or 3v3 or 5v5, or just one faction was able to play? I think I don't know if I'm the only one, and once again, they've got a fantastic fucking way of checking. It's called Survey Fucking Says. I would like to have like dual team AFK stages every 50. So get rid of first clears, allow every single person to get the reward of a first clear from doing a double clear AFK stage. So 50, 100, 150, whatever it is on each side has a has a reward attached to it. Scale down the amount of Apex stages there are from 1,000 to like 800 to 600, and have like, I don't know, 400 on the left hand side, 200 on the right hand side, and have 12 like multi-team fights. I like that. That's something that I personally like, but I know that some people won't, so. Should we find out if this works? I was cooking up this like Balearen comp for a while, because I think Balearen's actually still really good, and with frontline spell he works quite well.
A flawless finale.
Good old Balearen. And that's purely because on my main account I've got big Balearen and I want him to be good again. But he ain't good in that situation right here. Does the Eve team work here? Peggy and Lamantis 100% useless if AFK? No. Lamantis, yes. Peggy, no. Peggy does have some use in AFK stages. She seemingly is a alternative to Valara Solis for different types of AFK stages. An alternative to Valara Solis, Eve, and Hugin. She is happily in with a shout in certain types of AFK stages. She's been pretty good with frontline spell. She's worked quite well. Vert's made her work with Bird and Gunner, and then she fits quite nicely into the Bird Balearen team that I was I made as well. We need more wizard jewels. Mate, Serena, I would love a Uno mode. Like, why did they introduce a new card game and then not allow us to do it multiplayer? I want to be able to Uno Reverso duel you kind of vibe, you know? I think this is going to go badly, but we'll try. Yeah. No surprise there. There's a chance that Wingard fixes that, but it's very small. Yeah, okay. It did fix it, but it didn't keep us alive. We will go back to this with Wingard and see if it works. It does not. So it is instead It's the Kulu team.
Get ready
Like
to be
that.
clear.
But we turn Kulu off. I don't know if we're gonna have enough damage though. There's no Veil Circle. We'll find out. It was so asked for them to preview that card game like it was almost Honor Jewel or Arcane Lab, but it was a sort of one-off thing. I quite liked the card game. I like the card game. I think it's a cool addition to the game. The thing that I don't like is the fact that you just can't you just can't do it against like another person. Maybe. There we go. That worked.
Time to clock out.
Your Ravenclaw. Oh my word. Mesh is 1000% Slytherin. There is no way he's anything other than Slytherin.
A flawless finale. The world is quiet.
It's weird how their good / fun ideas never last. It's because the... What the fuck, Dream? Mate, put that sorting hat on. It's going to say Slytherin 100%. It's going to be like... I think you're Slytherin. Kind of vibe. Is Slytherin a house? I'm sure it is, right? It's Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Gryffindor, right? You're not denying it, Mesh? Exactly. He's not. We timed out. We timed out. It's this AFK stage. We overcame this in a different way, but we'll try this one. I'm pretty sure it's a Faramore comp that worked. Was it not? This doesn't seem to be doing absolutely anything to our enemy. Oh, slowly it ramps up, but we still died. We can try this one. Any new artifacts stand out? Yes. Frontline spell. Frontline spell's very good. How is Phase 2 Pioneer? Matt, you'll be really happy to know that it's exactly the same. Everything. Every stage, 1-for-1 mapping. Exactly the same. So everything you learnt in Phase 1, mate, you can take into Phase 2. Don't worry. We've made sure that there's nothing different. But for the most part, it's been pretty good. I said that we would go with the Faramore team, and then we just never did it. Hold on. Where's Faramore? Here he is.
Don't worry, I'm here.
Fantastic news. How's Phase 3? It's so fucking good. Matt with the absolute top banter. Go on the Matt. I learned nothing in Phase 1. Guess I'm tired. Guess I'm fried, sorry. I thought you said tired. Why is man unkillable, man? If we flippity swip. We try. Can you make Valara leave her tile before she casts healing? It's likely that you can with the power of Auna and a melee team. Rick, yeah. But she'll need to walk forward to do a variety of things, and she'll have her range decreased. It's tough, but it's very likely to be doable. Yeah, this isn't going to work either. Is that a 0-second clear? We were nowhere, and then suddenly we were somewhere. We'll take that. Valara moves. She does. It's range-based. Peggy meta. Peggy is good in AFK stages. She is seeing some utilization there. We can try this. I don't think this is going to work, though. I mean, charm her with Mahira to the opposite direction. Oh, sorry. You were talking about the Valara on the enemy side of the battlefield, Rick. Sorry. I was like, well, I thought you were talking about like in our situation where you want to have her move off the tile. Sorry. It now comes together what you were trying to get towards. But no, we were fine. Up, 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 up. Well, that didn't work. Not quite. But yeah, Matt, it's not looking the most promising. At least Lamantus is absolutely dog tier for AFK stages, so you don't need to pull Lamantus. At least that's the current reception or the current vibe. We could try Belrin. I don't mind trying Belrin, actually, once. I'm guessing it won't work, but we can give it a go. Yeah, it didn't work. Okay.
I'm eager.
We can probably swap Bird around in a second, because Bird doesn't want to be facing... Yeah. Alright, we don't want to do this team. We'll just go with Old Reliable and do it this way. I don't know if I have enough damage. We won't. You won't. Where's Kulu?
Get ready to be scared.
Dreamer, Cow. How you doing, my friend? You're good? Long time no speak. How are things your end, my friend? You're good? I think we really need Valara to live. Yeah, we need Valara to live. Live! Live! Is Kai here? Where's Kai? Yeah, that works better. Let's try this. Like this, no Kulu. Nope. I need Valara to live. Ideally. Ideally. We could try this, actually. No. She is allergic to living. Can we do it the other way? That is the wrong hero to get rid of. Can we do it the other way? Can we do it the really boring way? Nope. Fuck's sake. I'm at Apex 835 right now. I'm thinking I could clear Apex by Monday at the latest. You definitely could, Serena. You got this. Not too bad. Got back into the game I used to play all the time back in the day. How's Pioneer? What game you been playing, Cal? Pioneer has been pretty fine. Yeah, it's okay. Just logged into Pioneer and saw you pushed over 700 stages. Insanity. It's been pretty fun, like pretty simple, easy. Not too bad. You need Valara to live? I do. I definitely do. Law accurate Valara. Yeah. Sacrificing herself for the team. But yes, ideally, we need her to live. You've been playing Destiny. It's a great game. Great game.
Get ready to be scared.
Bruh. I guess that it's just not going to work the way that I want it to, and I have to figure something else out then. It's more a case of the healing going on, but you're not wrong. There's a chance that you should be using something like, what's the word? Some shield thing. I really don't want to use this hero. I know that this hero is good in this scenario, but I really don't want to use her. I kind of want to get away with using this for the shield. Let me try that. And then I can just jump Saida. I have to use it. Can we just park? Can we just park? Can we do this? Yes, that is exactly the case, Elf. Everything is exactly the fucking same. Destiny and AFKJ have something similar. Common trash devs. Oh, Matt. Matt's got you there, Cow. You ran 2 raids with your friends last night. Is Destiny the one that's shutting down, guys? I spent 5 hours yesterday optimizing my factory in Enfield. Is it good, though? That's so boring, not gonna lie. It's really boring. I likened it earlier, or somebody else did it, to like a World of Warcraft raid being released, and then the next raid being exactly the fucking same. It's just terrible. It's so lazy. It's absurd. I do think Wingard might be the correct pick. And I actually want to try and do this. And it didn't work. No. Okay. We're just gonna get shot at again, though. It's about that time. Maybe we go back to trying left-hand side for a little bit. We got to 700. I said that I wanted to get to 700 and stop, to be fair, but we'll continue for a little bit longer. You're extremely like spending, you'll spend days in Enfield. Is Enfield the waifu shooter type game? Is that one? I feel like I saw it everywhere when I was in Japan. They're being so lazy. Hopefully this is only for Pioneer. I'm hopeful that it's for only Pioneer, but I'm really doubting that it's, yeah. It's a factory builder. There's no way they'll change it before release. No, I know Norris. I think we're copiuming if we think that they would. There ain't no fucking way. Does this team get a? It does. It's about damn time. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba da ba da ba 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 ba. Do we do it? It's just the turrets. Just the turrets left. There we go. Easy peasy. Great team by Kai.
A flawless finale. The world is quiet.
It's gacha with Factorio. I will make sure that I never tell one of my friends who plays Magic the Gathering me about this game. He would spend all of his money. He has like, I think last time I had heard he had 1,000 hours in Factorio. I was wrong. I went kayaking with a friend of mine and I actually found out that this guy has over 10,000 hours in Factorio. Crazy. But he loves it. It's his main game. All the power to him. And if you find what you like, you stick with it. Well, this AFK stage looks absolutely horrendous. 10k. I know. I haven't even been interacting with Gacha after earlier in Enfield. Got 2 teams. Funny that we lost that with the Gacha. I think the only other Gacha game that I've ever dipped a toe in that could really be classified as pure Gacha was... well, I mean, it definitely is. Well, I played Honkai, and you guys know that, but for like 10 minutes, and then I stopped because I just couldn't gel with it and didn't like it. But the only other kind of gacha type game was an MMO. It was called... Was it Terra? Terra Online? I think it was Terra. Which had some gacha elements to it. Alright. We can try this, and we can go back to Surging, maybe. We can put it onto Pump Gunner Boy. It was your first, and yeah, you said that, Rick. I remember. I feel like I need to make a list of people where AFK Journey was their first, and it's going to be their last, because it's quite a few, honestly. But I'm wondering if that's like a general vibe in the world of gacha, like you play one, it's like one and done type thing. My cope is if the word on the street about the delay you heard is true, we might actually get a fun gimmick in AFK. I hope that the word on the street that I heard, so for anybody that's late into the stream, basically there was a rumor that went around earlier in the week that they were struggling to, well, we've just died. They were struggling to make a new Apex stage effect work. And as a result of that, they had to go back to Blazing Advance. And inadvertently, they had created 1,000 Apex stages for the new effect that no longer really fit. Like, it didn't gel with this. So they reverted back to the other 1,000. I have no idea of the validity. Like I said, the person who told me this has absolutely no ties with Lilith, AFK Journey, nothing. So it could be a complete pile of made-up poo. But it was pretty believable given the delay and given the fact that this is the first time ever we've seen copy and pasted Apex stages. It also lends itself maybe to being a bit valid. I don't know. Mark my words, they're going to release a Genshin style called AFK Journey or something. I mean, we've had AFK Arena. We're going to get AFK Journey. We've got AFK Journey, sorry. What's next? AFK Arena, Journey, AFK Paddling Pool. No. AFK Fishing. I don't know. There's got to be something there that we can unpack. Can we jump on Diurnal? Hello? What was that? No, let's just leave Diurnal alone. Genuinely hope that would flop. Flippity flop, what do you got? AFK, Clash of Guilds. We could do Bale, actually. Let's hope he just doesn't ult first. Yeah, there we go. It's fine. I love this Bale team. This Bale team is genuinely super good.
That's nothing.
Bale Peggy.
Just like me.
Very good. We could try this. I don't think it's going to work, but we could try. Yeah, Bale dies. We don't have enough damage. A turn-based AFK game would be kind of interesting. Can we move him back a tile and see if that works? But we need to get to the rear. Need to get to the backliners. Alright. That didn't work. Let's try Saida before we move to a different comp. Basically bailed out. Oh, ho, ho. AFK Journey devs sound awfully familiar with their U-turn strat streamer, like a certain gov we know. I'm still, if you're a UK citizen, I am still very perplexed about how they have a plan to tax an untaxable way of storing your money. It's a very weird thing that they're doing, and it sets a very dangerous precedent for the UK. You can just fire it back and see. Well, this isn't going to go well because Said is trapped on the other side of the wall, so I'm guessing we are not going to pass this AFK stage, but we can have a gander. You guys remember Subway Surfers Temple? I remember Temple Run, but what was the game from? I remember Temple Run, but I don't remember where it was from. Oh, we're going to get shot here. Watch. Bam! But we might get on top of them quick enough. You didn't. I'm pretty sure that this won't work anyway, but we can try. Let's have a look. Yeah, it didn't work. Alright. I think the Mahira is pretty dead in this team. That is not what I wanted to do. Can we try that? A Mario Kart game, but with AFK Journey heroes. That'd be pretty funny. Amanita sentimental menu. Maybe this. Nope. Alright. Let's stop being wasting and just try this. This team should work, hopefully. Okay.
Mission complete.
Mission
Area
complete.
secured.
A Lily May Allness. Well, I don't like that. Nobody like that. Lily May is not fun to play against, ever. Lily May is big bad. We could try the Saida version of our team. Do this, take this, play this off the middle. That's the third. Yeah, we get there. Very nice. Well, I say we get there. We might get a boulder to the face and it will all change, but let's find out. Bring back stage Dunlinger.
A flawless finale.
Dunlinger AFK stages were different gravy. You always had to go and get a, what's the word? You always had to go and get a Callan. As soon as you saw Dunlinger, it was a case of, excuse me, can I please synergy your Callan? Because you had to have Callan sat in the middle to take the initial dong to live, and then you could go about your AFK stage happily. They were good fun. You have enough damage? I don't think so. Wow. No damage. Interesting. Oh, that looks like it's a Contus angle instead. With maybe surging. Let's have a look. Nope. You died. We could try it this way instead, or we could just try auto. Valara died instead. I don't think we'll have enough damage. Until it had Lily May with Dunlinger, then your Callan might still die. I mean, Callan used to just pop straight at the start. I still remember there was like well, of course there were, you guys remember this too, the Viperian stages where you always had to go and grab a Niru to make it work. They were also very interesting. Okay, I messed up. That's on me. Valara just is melting, so maybe we play Valara in the circle. We get to do this instead. Oop. Before I forget, when you get into the pool next time, pour in a generous amount of ice cubes for extra cooling. If anybody would like it, I have a funny picture. I can't obviously put it up on the screen, I don't think. Did I send it to anybody on Discord? Hold on. I'll send it to somebody on Discord, and I can show it on the stream in a second. Well, actually, first and foremost, would anybody like to see my cat chilling on the side of the pool? Because that was a thing that happened. She's loving it. Send it to me. I can send it to you, Mesh. Hold on. Man, I want to try and figure this AFK stage out. Try that. Gallery. Discordius. Mesh. Did we win? We didn't. Direct messages, mesh. There we go. Well, that didn't work. Here's cat. My cat was just chilling on the side of the pool. She was having a great time. Look at her. She had her tail in for a little bit as well, which was funny. But yeah, I woke up this morning to find that my cat, who normally isn't a huge fan of water in general, just chilling on the side of the pool. So yeah, pretty funny. Boop. Pool cat, cool cat. Yeah, exactly. Lifeguard. Tell her I said. I went up at 12 p.m. for the. So it's been like 7 hours. Jeez. Does Peggy buff the whole squad? She does different. Like, she provides. Okay, hold on. It's easier if I just show you instead of talking out my booty hole. Where's Peggy? I don't think I upgraded Peggy's weapon, so she's probably down here somewhere. Where's Libera's Peggy? Okay. Here is the full stuff. So, effectively, she does a good amount of damage taken, like sharing, sorry. So 70% of the damage taken by allies is shared evenly among the guards. So she redirects some damage. She also, please refrain from mentioning your... Jeez. She also has, where is it? She also has a range damage amplifier for basically the entire team, which is very good. Where is it in here? All other allies within the aura deal 30% more melee damage. This melee damage bonus is increased. So, yes, basically, you have a mixture of both. And then this is when 3 or more allied summons, so summons from different allies are alive at the same time, all allied summons. So this piece is directly attached to the summons piece. So all allied summons gain attack. So her enhanced force is directly summons, but other parts of her kit can help the rest of the team out. But she's predominantly very good for the damage share while also abusing the ranged defense reduction. Alongside the increased melee damage for Bird is very good. The range damage is very good for Gwyneth. So yeah, she's been pretty decent for other stuff. We need to figure out what team to use here. And so far, none of them are working. So what we will do is we'll try Kulu instead. And we'll do it like that. And Valara still dies. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna need a sentimental maybe this. And instead we just hold. Don't do it, Valara. Live! There we go. Perfect. We figured it out. It's all about positioning.
Time to clock out.
Time to clock out. Any chance you listened to Howling? I didn't. I'll be honest. I haven't. I have it in my notepad to do, along with 2 or 3 other things that people have asked me to do from the live stream. I have not done any of them yet. It's on my to-do list. Is Lamantis or Peggy a must-pull? For you, definitely. For the general person, no. Lamantis, if you like AFK stages, Lamantis is seemingly a binnable unit and hasn't really had any use. However, Peggy has been good. Like, Peggy has seen a good amount of utilization. So, Peggy, yes. Lamantis, no. Is currently how it's looking. But Peggy seems pretty interchangeable. But for example, like, this is a Peggy team here. Is it gonna work? I don't know, but hopefully it does, and then I can tell you that this Peggy team's good. But this Peggy team is pretty decent from what I've been testing so far in Apex. Yeah, there you go. 40-second clear, big bell run.
A flawless finale.
And if you look at the damage breakdown, you'll see that Bird's doing everything. Peggy is amplifying Bird's melee damage. So, I always yell at Valara, why dod you die, woman, in Kratos' angry voice. First time catching a live stream, but big fan. Neil, thank you so much for the kind comment, dude. I don't know if it's because I'm on a mobile, but I only see the AFK stream. I was trying to figure out how to see the chat. How to see the cat. Are you saying chat or cat, by the way? If you're trying to figure out how you see my cat, here's my cat again, hanging by the pool, looking real cool. But if you were saying the chat, I don't know. And I'm guessing that you were saying the chat, but there's a picture of my cat. So Peggy isn't a mistake pull, or a must pull, sorry, or pull to S+. I think that she's not like, she's not you have to have her. I think that we can't see your cat. Okay. Oh, you can't see the cat. You know we don't see the cat. Really? Hold on. That's so weird. Okay. So, here's a good backstory for you then. Like, it's so weird. Okay, hold on. We can do this. There we go. I'll flip my displays. Here's the cat. So basically, I have my game capture to AFK Journey, and half the time OBS doesn't let me tab around, and it doesn't show you what I'm looking at in the background, which is a good thing. But then the other half of the time it does. So I just expected it to work. But yeah, here's cat. Here's the cat chilling on the pool. This is what I was talking about earlier. So yeah, I'm not crazy. Here's cat. I didn't realize you guys couldn't see the cat. But there we go. Neil managed to call it out. Good job, Neil. Very nice. Why is she serving face? She has a very good resting bitch face, does Nelly. This is Nelly. That tail just there floating on the water. Yes. I thought you were hallucinating, Loki. Just on a trip. She's very pretty. She's massive. Like, she is huge. She's a forest cat, so she's really not enjoyed the heat. But she's not usually a fan of water. And overnight, we have a camera in our garden, and she was just camped out literally like this on the side of the pool most of the night, just chilling by the water. So yeah, you can see her tail is slightly wet at the bottom from where she's just resting it on top of the surface. But yeah, it's cute, right? There we go. There we go. You've seen the cat. I was like, nobody commented about the cat. I showed you. Apparently not. All right, let's try a different team here. But as you can see, the Peggy comp doesn't always work. So sometimes you'll end up going to, for example, an Eve comp here. You might go to a Valara comp. Found a way to cool down. Exactly. In the UK heat at the moment, she needed it. But yeah, look. So Peggy didn't work previously, but Eve did this time. So it's definitely very interchangeable. But once again, the damage breakdown is mainly Bird. So if you're somebody that was like, do I pull Lamantus or do I pull what's the word? Do I pull Lamantus or do I pull Sylphira in this phase, or do you wait for King Roland? I would probably favor Sylphira if you're an AFK stage player, or you can be patient and wait for King Roland, who might be just absurd. Ignore what? Like the parchment style theme. I think Mesh put that in the wrong chat, but we'll ignore it. Ignore it, everybody.
Mission complete. Area.
And then occasionally you just have AFK stages like this where Gwyneth just blows everything up. In Season 7, would you even recommending building Saida over Bird? Do you know what? I would actually recommend... I wouldn't recommend building Saida. Okay, here's a question for you, Midnight. Would I guess an updated Celestial Hypogean guide be useful? The issue with them is, and I mean this in no mean way to the person that I'm referring to, whenever this community gets like the guides for Celestial Hypogeans, they're so, it's not actually like a direct, you should do this, then this, then this. It's like, oh, you could go with this. Oh, this hero's also kind of good here. Like, it's not really that clear, and that's what irks me. Whereas, I think in the past when I made one, I literally was like, you should do this first, this second, this third, to give like a proper view of what I truly believe. But yeah. I don't think I think you're better off building like Gunner over Saida. I think that you might be even better building Contus over Saida. But Sylphira seems genuinely nuts. I think the problem is you would need to build Auna first to get full use of Bird. Yeah, exactly. Whereas Saida you can just utilize solo. That's true. That's very true. I mean, from like a first to like last perspective, at the moment, my recommendation would still be 1 copy of Mihira. You fully build out twins. You then pick either Contus or Gunner, and you build one after the other. And then your next hero very much depends on what you like in the game. But by that point, if you are that invested and you're that far into Celestial Hypogeans, you will have found your content flow and you'll know yourself what you should be going for. I think that's probably where it is. And you could pick up 1 copy of Kulu somewhere along the line there as well. We can just run this. I don't know why I'm pausing. I think the problem is, yeah. I saw somebody earlier say that Saida isn't good for PvP, which I think is crazy. Like, my Paragon 4, Weapon 4 Saida just solos teams. Like, she's very good. So, I think the sentiment that she's not good for PvP is a bit of an odd one. But I'm also not, like, a PvP aficionado. So, yeah. Waiting to see how Roland does, decide if I'm building him or Gunner. I think it's quite intelligent to the people that are very patient and waiting on Roland. Phase 2 seems very dead, and it looks like we're going to be given a lot of the currency. A lot of the guild coin currency. So having enough copies to then go out and buy a decent amount of Roland is good. Do you use Auna to keep her from getting nuked? Yes, Neil. So, Sylphira just died. Like, if you look, if the enemy looks at Sylphira without Auna of it there, she's just dead. Like, it's very hard to keep her alive. You can through some significant manualing. Like, if you're very good at manualing heroes, you can keep Sylphira alive. But Auna just makes it a lot easier. A lot easier. There we go. Without the glow buff, Saida comps mostly suck. True. Yeah, actually, that's a fair statement. That's a fair statement. Right. I mean, this isn't going to work, but we can run it quickly and just see if it does. But I'm 99% sure it won't. This artifact, guys, that you'll get access to week 1 is very good. Keep rolling. Woo! There you go, Mesh. What a beautiful Kato. Thank you, Kitty. We could try this one. She's good in SL. Yeah. The SL Sylphira team is also pretty good, speaking of SL stuff with Mihira. I don't think you have to have Auna with her in Supreme League as much as some people speculate. Well, this didn't work, so we can just go back to fine and dandy. Give me a candy. Actually, we can just auto as well. I don't think the trees are going to get through Gunner. We lose from a damage perspective, though. Yeah, okay. So this, we go 1. 2. 3. 4. Still not enough. Yikers. Is it really an artifact difference? It's a chance, but I don't think it is. It's a fear difference, is what it is. Well, that wasn't a good thing, was it? We still lose. Sorry. I was trying to figure that out then. Doesn't perform that well against Dunlinger teams. She needs to ult to get her damage out. True. Her team archetype is tricky to defeat. Dun alone won't be enough. It depends. Like in Supreme League, if you... Supreme League is all like... It's very, very chess-like. Is how I read the situation for the most part. I don't know if this will work. It does not look like it will. We don't have enough damage. I don't think I'm doing this correctly, to be fair. I feel like I could optimize the shit out of this, potentially. Can we, like, be super greedy? I'll be honest, if you are not a day 2 clear, just pull Peggy with free run to blast through everything is my prediction. Yes. I think the Peggy, like, comp that will just be very good for your average, like, AFK stage player who happens upon it towards the tail end. Definitely. That feels bad. I don't think that works. Maybe this.
I'm eager for nourishment.
So we're going to get one blast. And then we want to save it. And then we want a second blast. There we go. That's how good this artifact is. A Sinbad. Maybe. Whoa. I wonder what Endora's kit will be. Or actually, how do you pronounce that name? Arindor? Arindor? I don't even know how to pronounce that name. But yes, I'm interested too. I think he will he'll likely be pretty decent. Arindor. Yeah, okay. I'm still interested what the dual-wielding double front door man will look like. Is he going to be good? He must be a light bearer A tier, surely.
Flawless finale. The world.
He's going to be playable? He must be, surely. There's no way that he's not going to be playable. Is he not pullable? He has to be. He's too well designed. He feels like he's just like an obvious unit that has to have a... Oh my word. Doorman, good for surfing with Cassidy ult. Can you imagine? Give ally front door to surf on. He provides unaffected. There you go. That would be awesome. Funny. Maybe this with Wingguard to avoid the initial like bump in damage. But it feels pretty bad. Yeah. Not work. Okay. Can we bail it? He feels like a Ravian type hero, like we'll get him later on. I think it would make sense, because surely the epilogue quest is going to be us going towards Bantus, and it'll be him and Gwen, like, leading the front line as in the fight towards Ashvale County or whatever the fuck, right? Something like that.
I'll provide intel support.
Oh, I had a really strong feeling that this could work, and it just didn't. Okay.
それじゃあ行こうか。
There we go. That one worked. Nice.
A flawless finale. The world is quiet.
He could be a mix of Ravian and Eevee because of his secret dealings, debuffs, and a support as a rogue. Is he going to be a Graveborn? Is Erendor going to be a Graveborn? I mean, Erendor, love him, don't care about Doorman. I think Erendor is like nailed on to be a hero. Be interesting if Erendor has synergy with Eve for info gathering. That would be pretty cool. Maybe like an opposing type of information gathering where instead of like providing buffs, he does like a debuff type vibe. That would be pretty cool. That's a pretty good idea, Neil. Strong idea. But yeah, it makes sense for him to be a Graveborn. What other units are we going to get? We're going to get the chef lady, right? We're going to get Varisha. She's going to be a mauler, surely. Who else are we going to get? We've already seen Orion. We still have absolutely zero info on Spider, Mummy, Varisha. I think this should be a mauler. She strikes me as an AFK stage hero. The fact that she has, like... she has so many abilities that are going to be... what's the word? She has so many abilities that are going to be like CC based, I think. I don't believe it could be an A. That's more likely. We need a healthy amount of A tiers still in this season. We've had too many S's. I'm shocked Orion is an S level, by the way. Orion struck me as like beta energy A level type hero. And I'm surprised that he's not. So, yeah. Yes, this one did not work either. Let's have a look. We could try the candy cane. Oh, it didn't work. This looks like a Kulu type vibe. Maybe we go minus, plus,
Get ready to be scared.
like that. It's season 4 all over again. Yeah, that's my fear, by the way. That is actually a fear of mine. My fear is that it feels very much like season 4 all over again. Where we have Theodore and Zany, and you want to build them both anyway, so it's like your swap is pretty redundant. We really need Valara to get her ult off. Hendrik the Doorman, I remember he soaks damage and reflects double the boar stunning units. I think he'd be a cool addition. I don't think we're going to get him from what everybody's been saying. I think he would make the most sense, by the way, with it when it comes to the... Okay, she just dies. He makes like a decent amount of sense when it comes to the units that could be released. Go on, Valara. Oh. No, don't die. That's literally what I did not ask. I said ult, not to die. Wow. She melted. Jeez. She's gonna melt again here. She's just getting bashed over and over and over. Okay, she lived. Who's this nerd? If you can't gain intel from the enemy, he leaves the battle and you have 4 heroes. That'd be interesting. My swap was good. I built Theodore during the battle, swapped to Zany, and then built Theodore. I did the exact same... Oh, I didn't do the exact same thing. I had a P4 Theodore and like a Supreme plus Zany. And then, like, Zany, I was like, well, I don't really... well, I didn't have any pulls. Sorry, I'll start this again. I wanted to pull for Zany more, and then I was like... Because I wanted her for Ravage Realm. And I was like, oh, screw it. I'll just swap, and then I'll just build Theodore back up. Because he'd kind of fallen out of favor. And then I just got him back to, like, P4. Slowly over time. Maybe we try Surging instead. Maybe a bit more positional with our damage. It feels so strange playing on ×2. It feels so slow when you've been just watching ×4 all day. It literally feels like ×1. It's crazy. Alright, well hopefully that worked. It did. Great.
Time to clock out.
We did it. Very good. It feels like the exact same AFK stage. I know it's not, but it feels like it. And Valara died. Valara down. Oh dear. Maybe we try this instead. Oh boy howdy, she gets caged pretty quickly. Deja vu. She's just gonna get caged straight away. No, Kulu got caged. That's good. Alright, we have to do first ult on here. We do that. And it pushed Valara out of the way. Okay, it's my fault. So free run pushes Valara, so we have to just be mindful of the push. Here's the push. There's the ult. She still died. Okay. I love this game. It's so great. Should we just try middle so she doesn't get pushed? That way she stays still. Oh, she gets rolled on twice. She's gonna get rolled on again here. But it's fine now. Alright. Am I witnessing Stockholm Syndrome right now? Maybe. Unfortunately, we might have lost the AFK stage by doing what we just did and letting the game do it for us. Oh, I hate this so much. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you don't let the game use your free run ults, and you do it yourself. Okay. So it's a bit of RNG. We'll just do it at ×2 and we'll be sensible. So she gets rolled once. Here comes the second roll. It should have already happened. It didn't happen. Does that mean that she dies? Does that mean that she lives? She lives. Alright. Now we push her. Nobody replied to me, by the way. Who's playing in the World Cup today? I need names. Where do we want to go? Here? Yeah. It's me. I'm playing in the World Cup. Oliver, congratulations. Who are you playing for today? Have you decided to pick a team? Which team are you going to play for today? I think a team from that one country. There's no way. I can't believe what you're telling me here. What type of cup? It's a marshmallow cup.
A flawless finale. The world is quiet.
Wow, that's a really weird headline. Interesting. Yes, Wade, didn't you see it? Oh. What did we end up doing this with? Did we not end up... We can try this, but we ended up bell running this last time. We could try bell running it again. Ah. Oh, England are playing today. Oh. I did not know that. Fair enough. Weren't you going to stop? I was. You're right, I was. I'll stop. I'll stop now then. Alright, bye. I want to keep playing for a little bit. I'm going to keep going for just a little bit longer. See if I can't do a few more. We ended up not going with Mahira, right? Yeah, just one more stage. It's that intoxicating. I think we ended up going with free run though, instead of Peggy. Can I have a stun? Too late. Who will the collabs this season be? Do you know? I do know. However, I'm not obliged to say. However, I'm 99.9% sure somebody in the chat will tell you if you really want to know.
Don't worry. I'm here.
There's alleged rumors of it being... this Pioneer patch is too boring for me to download or test anything myself. Yeah, that you're not wrong. And I can either confirm or deny those rumors. It's the word on the streets. The streets may be onto something. Should we just try free run? Neil has a very bad cough right now. You need a Slozinger for that. Dreamer doesn't even know what... I know the theme tune. Do I not? Did I not get the theme tune right? It's like Digimon, Digital Monsters. Something like that. I just remember absolutely detesting it. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Power Rangers Pokemon child. Not a... You got it absolutely right. The reason I know it is every so often on like 4Kids at the weekend, I would see it like either just after the episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I'd watched, and then I would just turn the telly off because I was just disgusted by it. And I've never liked it. I remember, here's a fun fact. When I was younger, my mum was a single mum. And she basically couldn't afford childcare. And a card shop opened up locally. And in said card shop, they had some really nice people who knew that I was a massive nerd and that I loved card games. And basically, every like summer day when I was off school from the age of maybe like 11, like 10, 11-ish, till I was like 15, 16, I would spend there. I would spend all my evenings there. Like, I love this place. And as a result of it, I ended up becoming like the kid that knew every single card game, and people would come in and play. And I remember there was like a Digimon card game, and I hated it. And no one, I learnt it, and no one ever came in to ask how you play it. It was like the one card game that nobody ever asked about. And I'm pretty sure it got re-released recently, did it not? Like, it got a revamp and it became a card game again recently. Was. Okay, I still am. All right. The Digi Evolution song is good. I got no clue. I just hope that if they come to the game, they are as bad as like Natsu and Lucy. If they stick around for like a slight bit of a season in how Lucy did, fine. But I just hope that they exit stage left. You're basically Nerd Supreme at this point. Wow. That means a lot coming from you, to be fair. I hope we can skip. Yeah, me too. I hope they bring dinosaurs. We have too many humans in the game. Oh, imagine a Jurassic Park one. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh my, we died there. This feasibly could be this. It won't be, but it could. Yeah. Okay. There's a chance that you can get away with bird in some of these scenarios, but I don't think we've got one. It's in the middle, so we can try that. Oh, alright. Looks at the entire Mauler faction. I guess we play to the side. And we do that. I take it back, your head dork now. Is this gonna work? I guess we need the next ult to hit Saida. It works. Yeah, there you go. It's fine. Perfect. We need more Faramore type heroes. Faramore's got a great skin coming out, hasn't he? I think his costume that he's got upcoming looks really cool. Freerin is pushy, or Varen is just the way. Freerin's... Well, I don't understand the question, to be fair, but Freerin's just a cooler unit than Valara. Valara is like an amazing unit, but Freerin is just very, very good. We do not win this. They updated the abs. They did. They made them look a bit more plush. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it, but they made them just look better in general. We could try and Faramore this, actually.
I'm here.
Send Faramore around the side type vibe, like this. So Faramore comes in from the right-hand side. He throws his circle on top of Baelren. Baelren doesn't get to do anything. Faramore's circle goes down for a second time. Dead. There we go. Abs for the win. Abs for the win.
To a princess like me.
Faramore skin is a hardcore furry fodder. No wonder people are absolutely loving it. Yeah, it doesn't work this time. This time, instead, you just go back and you play Baelren out the middle instead. Oh no, you do the opposite. You just flip. You do this.
Don't worry. I'm here.
Did I get it right? Yeah, easy. Jeez.
That's nothing to a princess like me.
You guys previously asked me in a live stream, how do you like know how to like just pick certain stuff? Once you've been doing it for a while, it just comes pretty simply. Like there, I just knew to flip everything because Bael was not on the right-hand side, he was on the left-hand side. So you wanted Faramore to go round that way, not round that way. And having these two here made that doable. Sorry, team. I had to mute my microphone. I just had like a massive coughing fit. Oh, alright. I'm glad that I didn't cough in your ear though. Jeez, that was rough. That was rough. Alright. If there is no records, I stop. Why? Rick, you're definitely good enough to cook. I know you. You're cooking material, my friend. Maybe we do this. Yeah, we try. I will be getting it 100%. I think that partner always comes with having a wide stage. Yes, I agree. Most newbies ask me how to play with a specific hero. Yeah, they do. But there's also a level of... a lot of newbies don't even know that the records ban exists. So they're trying to make a team that they think should fit. Oh dear. It's a deep heart. This is... We can try this, but I'm 99% sure this won't work. Yeah. No surprise. It's gonna be an Auna solution, I'm fairly certain. But it's gonna be a Contus Auna solution. That's my guess. Because the healing that it just does. How deep is your heart? There you go. It's it needs to be a Gunner Contus situation. So the way you do this is we'll go here, and then instead of Peggy, we play Contus.
Need me to work overtime?
And we die. Well, that one good. Well, bollocks. I have forgotten how you do this. Is it Kulu?
Get ready to be scared.
You go Gunner. Auna. Auto. And you just turn Bird off. So Bird never does anything. Oh no, it's... Fuck me. That's not right, is it? It's gonna... Turn Bird off. Auna. Auto. But I don't think it's working. It's not working! Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Has anybody been smart enough to cook up that side? No. I think that might logically be where we stop. Why do you not want to bird ult? So, you want Bird to hit the deep heart for the... What's the word? That is the wrong hero. Why did it switch? Because I pressed the directional arrow and not the other thing. So you want to have as many of the hits go off as possible. And you want to have the maximum amount of this go off as possible. You don't really want the ultimate to be going off because it interrupts her like cycling through rhythm plus silence plus refrain. That's the way that it's been done before. And you want Auna to continue to cycle. So you want to... There's a few examples of it that were in last phase where basically Sylphira was just... You just don't ult Sylphira. But I don't remember the other person in the team. I don't think it was Kulu. I don't think this is correct. My guess is... my guess is... Oh, I can't remember who it was. It's frustrating. Let's try it a different way, shall we? Let's try it a different way. Let's just try getting rid of Bird, and instead, let's play something else. Instead, let's play this with Gala, and then have the spin-off. Didn't work. Alright, we'll give Gala the Auna buff. Nope. Okay. Did not work. I guess Bird's the only thing that we need. I just really don't want to run Kulu.
Since you don't know how to stay silent.
Yeah, but free run's not going to do enough. So the problem is free run's not good against the deep heart because the deep heart splits and then free run ults and it then just doesn't do anything. Which is why Bird's good. And it's also why Gala can be good. Free run bad against this. Doesn't mean that she can't work, it just means that she just doesn't do anything. I just don't want to run Kulu. Try using Kafra. And also, given the ult order, yeah, it doesn't work. Oh, I didn't change the artifact back. The artifact has some say in whether this does go or doesn't go. We can use... I think it uses this normally. We let him go like normal, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, not working. It's not working because we don't have the ranged defense that we require for this guy to not kill us. You can, but then you don't cycle enough. The problem with the deep heart is it has such a vast health pool that free run doesn't do anything against it. At low deficit, she would, and we're not really true high deficit right now. Like, if we flip the script and we play a very safe comp, we still need Auna to exist, so we can just benefit her using this. Okay. Do it like that instead, then. In fact, we'll do it like this instead. We will go surging. Gunner. I can't see a fucking thing. I think this is the right unit. So basically you need Auna to have been ulted because Auna will start to tick him over. So now it's a bull. You see? Did absolutely fucking nothing. And it's purely because, like, you just have how the deep heart works. Just doesn't take any damage from that hero. That's why you need a mixture of Bird to remove max HP pool, plus Auna to cycle the phasing quicker and quicker and quicker. Hey Faye, how you doing? But yes, this seemingly would be a Bird stage, I'm fairly certain. We can try getting rid of Contus, but I don't think it's going to work very well for us.
Since you don't know how to stay silent, let me show you.
Is Lamentus for stages? Please tell me no. I'm happy to report Lamentus is not for stages. I think it's time to call a wrap on stages. I mean, we're at 733, which is a pretty good effort for like half a day. Can Valara survive? Valara's not good against the deep heart, unfortunately. Valara could survive, but I don't think that she's going to be very good. Realistically, what we could and potentially should do is try this.
Since you don't know how.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. Nope. I'm fairly certain it's a no, but we'll see. Because the water just gets to jump around. So you have to Contus. Looks like it's Lamantis time. So you have to Contus.
Need me to work
You have to
overtime?
Bird, you have to Auna, you have to Gunner. So the only slot you can play around with is Kulu. That's the only thing that you can do. So if instead of Kulu, we played Valara,
Accept this judgment.
what will happen is Bird's gonna die. I'm fairly certain. Maybe not. Bird lived. But Gunner died. Okay. So this is a problem. Basically, with Valara here, everything then stacks up in the middle. I need to pick Gunner here, but I can't. So instead I'm going to pick Auna to be safe and see if I can get away with picking Auna first. We're going to go 1 here. We're going to go Gunner. We're going to go here. Then we're going to go... That's the wrong hero. Oh, you absolute penis. I was supposed to go here. If I had done it right, there is a very small chance that it worked. So let's try it again. Let's try it again. We let everything manual. Absolute what? Let's try it again. And now everybody's just suffering from deathitis. Love it. You know, I just lived on that last AFK stage. Yep. I don't want to live anymore. Oh, okay. I see. Alright, so tile in front. Then we are going to go on to Gunner again. Then Gunner goes tile in front. Then we go Valara. And now it's absolutely melting. But we need to jump here because this other guy needs to die. And we don't have the time to waste. But we don't want to use jump again. Nope. It was so close. Okay. Is surging needed? Can we do something different from surging? You know what I could really go for right now? What? What, Serena? What could you go for right now? Tell us. I've missed my cue. Gunner. We're an ult behind though. 2, 1. Anna died. This one does not work. This artifact does not work. Unfortunate. Maybe this one. Oh, we actually get to pick Gunner first here, which is really good for us. They're not grouped like they were before. Okay. Better. Worser. Gunner dying? Not part of the plan. Not part of the plan. Let me try again. Well, Valara dying's not part of the plan either. Let's go back to trying the Auna first thing. Valara died. Okay. Stop it. Get some help. This is Apex stage. This is literally like deficit pushing AFK stages. Welcome to hell. I have no idea who it hit. It hit Auna. Okay, good. We need to hit Gunner here. And then Gunner goes here. We turn off this. We got a free Valara ult. We love to see that. We now go here. Oh, we didn't get a free Valara ult. Okay. Now we need to go on bird and we need to reposition to like here so that we get both. And we do need to spam bird. Oh, we were so close again. Oh. All right. This feels like a sin type stage. Not gonna lie. I'm guessing there's a very simple way of doing this, and I'm just missing something very obvious. But unleashes powerful damage. Let's try some new artifacts, shall we? No record for this one. No, we are flying the kite at the moment, Faye. We are firmly flying ahead. It's us against the game. Once again, I got no clue who we're picking, but we're going for someone. I've got no idea what this artifact truly does, so we're about to find out whether it's poop or good. We need to go to Gunner. And then go back here. And then we're going to go to Auna next. Is this Auna? This is Auna. Okay. Then we go bird. And we swap places. Gunner. We fucking did it.
A flawless finale.
We fucking did it. Leave a fucking like and subscribe, team. We actually fucking cooked. Jeez. Oh. We needed max HP damage, not reduction. We needed max HP damage, which is what Bird offers. He deals damage based on their max HP. in part of his kit. This was purely the artifact. This artifact was pretty good. Yeah, this artifact was pretty decent here. I am going to take a picture of this. Where's Kai? You did? Yeah. You did. Let us go back to this one. Hopefully this is just pretty easy. Right, let's hopefully we can get a run towards 750 now. Cooking with Gaius. Very true. Stupid question. These records don't actually get transferred to the main servers, right? You're just trying to see how far you can go. Honestly, no, they don't get transferred. This is purely me trying to figure out like what's good, what's bad, these sorts of things. Like all of this has absolutely no bearing on the main server stuff. I'm not getting any rewards. I'm literally wasting my time. But the reason I'm doing it is A, I can live stream it for you guys and you can ask me questions about what's happening. And B, I can then make an educated guess when I tell you, like, this hero is probably going to be good in Phase 2. This hero might not be. This artifact is going to be good. I suggest that you do this, like, have this type of team, whatever. So I'm going to probably end up taking some of the footage from this live stream, and then I'm going to create a few videos tomorrow, and then, like, put them out a few days just before Phase 2 while I'm away. A mixture of reds, basically. Does Chasm have any usage? Chasm has not had any usage so far. I've not used him in a single stage. I've also not used Lamantis. I have used Peggy, though. Hey, I just hear that the stages are the exact same as Phase 1. Is that true? Dark Knight? Yes. The reason why I wasn't playing in ×4 was completely just my own stupidity. We were ×2ing for a manual AFK stage a moment ago. That was somewhat, somewhat needed some attention because it needed some manually. Are you going to do an updated... I mean, do people want me to do that? Like, that's the kind of thing. So here's kind of like the vibe. Do I do something like a top 10 questions ahead of 1.7.2? Similar to how I did 10 questions before, like, Phase 1? Or do I do some isolated videos where I talk about, like, the teams that you could use, the artifacts, some of the Celestial Hypogeans? Like, I don't know if people want isolated videos or if they want everything in the same video. So I need to figure that out. This, to me, looks like this. All right. To be fair, I don't think Puzzle does put Saida first. The site, like, sorry, Puzzle's stuff, he puts them into, like, sections, if I recall correctly, does he not? And he defines a hero by a category. He, like, has a hero attached to AFK stages, for example. And that, to me, is, like, super non-committal, because if I'm a player and I go into it and I look at what's the word? And I look at that list, I don't really know where to start, because it's like, well, yes, I like AFK stages, but there's no way I should build just all of the ones that fall under that banner. And I think putting them into categories is like an easy cop-out to basically be like, here's just some suggestions for what's good where. I think if I was to do an updated Celestial Hypogean guide, I would do what I did last time, which is tell you, I think that you should build in this order if you like AFK stages. So yeah, I think there's a correct way of doing it. I like the idea of categorizing things because it means that people understand where heroes are strong, but it doesn't really help someone who has a bunch of resource and they're like, I don't know what I should build in what order kind of thing. I want the doors of the doorman to act like a boomerang. That'd be so fucking good. Yeah! It just like throws them off. I like the team/artifacts idea. Yeah, okay, fair. This is a wacky AFK stage. We can try this, but it ain't gonna work. Pretty sure Bird's gonna get blown up in a split second. There you go. The other solution to this is potentially just what we were doing before, which is this one with surging, sorry, with Wingguard. And then we just go like that first, though. So list should be ordered in value to account criteria. That's fair. I rank pretty decently across all game modes. I take his guides with a grain of salt and I look at second opinions. I think, like I said before, he's the GOAT for content for this game for a reason. And it's because he fills he fills every single criteria. And I think being safe in the sense of categorizing them instead of saying to your audience, you should do it in XYZ order is the right way of going about things, because otherwise people come and knock on your door when it doesn't work out, and that's not what any person wants. Talia, absolutely smashing face. The solution to this is minus potentially. Wait. You just go with this one instead. Let's just try this first. Maybe we get behind her. Nope. Baelren's like, Talia. We meet her. I'm dead. Maybe Saida then for that reason. Then we put her in front of here so that Saida gets Spirit Forge. Yeah, there we go. That was easy. He bailed again. Ho ho! So for me, it would be Twins, Contus, Gunner, Auna. Which game mode do you want to push? See, I think it's one copy of Mahira, Twins, and then... in fact, I would be speculative on one copy of Mahira, one copy of Gunner, Twins, Contus, fully build out Gunner, then pick what you want, depending on the game mode that you want. Something like that. Any idea why they do copy-paste stages? Laziness. I can't speculate. There's been some rumors circulating that they were going to implement a different AFK Apex stage buff effect thing, and that we weren't going to have blazing again, and that it didn't work out, and that they've been fixing it, and they've had to revert everything back. I think it's just laziness. Do stages look more easy in Phase 2? I don't know, is the honest answer. And the reason why I don't know is because nobody knows. It's impossible to say because we have such over-bloated accounts on Pioneer. So yeah, you're just going to have to wait and see. In theory, they shouldn't be because of how the flip-flop on the charm system works, in line with the data points that we've seen in the past, but who knows? Who knows? This is a painful AFK stage. We can try a Gwendolyn comp, but I don't think it's going to work. But we could try. We don't want to utilize Mahira here. Instead, I would like to give Valara a bash. Anyway. Oh, it didn't work. What a fucking surprise. Probably need Wingguard anyway. Let's just try Wingguard before we totally give up on this idea. Wingardium Leviosa. Oh. Are we cooking on something? No. They just died. Oh, I was so happy with myself then. I was like, oh, I figured it out. You figured now. Maybe we do this. This doesn't seem awful. Oh, but it was. Spoilers. It was terrible. Maybe that. so that when Gunner gets exposed, Gwen doesn't just die. Didn't matter. All right. They are easy if you have Bird, Auna, Gunner, Kulu, Mahira, or Bo. I think, yeah, if you're somebody that has every single unit, or else they will copy the streamer and complain when it's not working for them. I think most players have some agency to their decision. I agree. I do think that, however, people sometimes need to be guided to water and then shown, like... I think there's a fairly nice opening route in this game that does evolve with time, but I think after that opening route, it's very down to you and based on what you like in the game. Peggy works at S+ for stages. Does she actually deal damage and Paragon is needed? She works at S+. I cooked versus I was cooked. There is a chance that this is just the normal, like, comp, which is this. There is a chance that it is just this with Wingard. That chance all but disappeared from the looks of things. Wow, this is painful. But does Peggy need plus 25 though? So Peggy is a greedy unit in the sense of she scales off of... so some of her abilities scale off her attack. So the higher stats you can give her, the better she might become. Yeah. I am a sheep. Is this not what we were trying? I mean, we can try it anyway. Oh my god, I love the idea. I don't think it will work, but I love the idea. I love the heart, but I don't think the idea works. Might be close. Yeah, we need Valara to live. Okay. Got it. So max weapon investment even at S+. I think so. But she can get away with lower ascension. I don't think that she'll need... it's one of those units that you take to S++ plus 10, and then as you start to see the meta turn, you can put some more into her. She'll probably be like a comfy plus 20 unit if you are plush on resource kind of vibe. Go on, Valara, get there. Maybe we would just win now. I mean, we'll see. It looks a lot better than it did. We need to just nuke this, though. Do we have enough damage? We did. Okay, cool. Comfy plus 20. I'm going to faint. I mean, I have enough resources to comfy plus 20 people. You guys should. Bang. Is Bar our new one? Bang. Oh, wait. Are we going to summon Wine? Sorry if I's still here. Or if Mina is listening in the background. Alright. Okay, brag. Oh my god. Are you poor, Serena? There you go. We're nearly at 750 and I can go have my dinner. It's all coming together. I've forgotten how many stages were actually officially out before this. It was 7-4 something, right? We don't have enough damage. Absolute shambles. Serena. I don't have red essences. Oh dear, Rick. Oh dear. You've spent them all. You've been a greedy boy. You've spent them. Verdict in Lamantus or on Lamantus for stages. A skip for stages. He means to insult me, Mesh. I don't at all. Alright. How dare he? Verdict. Oh my god. I have like 14 messages on my phone.
Quiet.
Okay. I have no resources. I spend them all on Crown 4 Caphra. I have 460 yellows, 1,200 reds, and I'm saving it for King Chad. That is a good save. That is a good save. Why do I keep... It's a force of habit, Faye. It's a force of habit. I'm like, ah! It's a reflex that I can't get rid of. It doesn't work. We probably need to go with this team. And we probably need to go with this one. Oh, it didn't work. Trading my 4k reds for Faramore Fano. 4,000 reds. That is obscene. Let's try this comp instead. Maybe this will work. Let's find out. My bird is plus 20 because I don't have reds. How many reds have you got left? That didn't work. What are we at? We're 5 away. Ugh. We can do this. We don't need a hero.
Winter comes.
Just quit while you're ahead. The stage is beyond. Old man. Hey, Darky. How you doing? You're cooked, old man. Oh no. We might be cooked. You're all good. Melting is very warm. Can we do this? And instead, can we just sit in the corner as like a nice cozy team? But I don't want to put it on here. I guess like that. Oh my word. The damage is nuts. The team there just won't survive. Maybe surging. Nope. Yikers. No. Hi, little lady. My cat's here. Well. Trick or treat, I guess. I don't know. I'm stumped, to say the least. It's a Sign Dreamer. Look, we're 5 from 750. My guess is that it's probably a synergy. Lamentus Burial. Stop holding back. The next cat stream will be Thursday. Be there or be square mesh. I know what you're thinking. That won't have any effect. Just wait and see. For real, or are you lying for attention? Why would I... Well, wait, was this to me? No, the next cat stream will be Thursday. My webcam will be on Thursday. We did it, by the way. It was literally as simple as moving the Phantomal away to take one of the hits. Well. Everybody owes me an apology for saying that I couldn't do it. I did it. Needs a hold ticket for emergency reset, a Slumber Essence holder. I have 7 reset tickets. I am flush for reset tickets. I got 4 to 0, and I got 3 to plus 15 or something like that.
The world is quiet.
Ooh, the reset tickets. I still think you can't do it. Oh, okay. Maybe this is the end of the line, this one. How do you not have yellow resets? Is that to Rick? What you been doing with them, Rick? You been eating them? Maybe this? He has 1. He's saving it. He's saving it for when somebody is power crept out of the meta by the I was about to say the name of the upcoming collab, but you all know what it is anyway, so well, this didn't work. I feel like we're gonna have to just run the contest team again and be boring like that. Where's the contest team? Surging. Let's hit it. He uses it for paper mache. An interesting line. Everybody in the corner. Come on. Everybody in the corner. We're doing this again. Alright, it didn't work this time. The reason it didn't work, though, I think, is we probably want to change this and this. Sherlock and Watson. When are we going to get the Inspector Gadget collab? Gadget boy. It seems that we just keep dying. Maybe Kulu.
Get ready to be scared.
Let me put this unit over here. In fact, we can just cycle now. No, you can't. So these guys are absolute demons. That's crazy. Look at the max health reduction that they're doing. Look. That's crazy. I thought you were about to say Spy Kids then, Midnight. I was like, what? Maybe we go with the range defense plus Saida vibe. Let me go like this. And then we go here. CFA's right. Then we go here. Oop. Maybe Sin stage? I don't think it is. I think the stage is pretty doable, but it feels bad. It's these guys. Hold on. Hold on. Let's just not roll, like, our free run straight away. Or our gunner. Nope. Alright. Live. Can I get away with not ulting? Can I get... I can't. Look at the max. It's definitely not Ravian doing this, right? It's these guys doing this with their... drains their max HP. It's this thing here. So if these guys are the issue, how do we prevent these guys here? Is this going to be like a... we can save this weird formation that we've been using just so that we can come back to it. How about instead we try something a bit left field? And we do this instead. Then we ult here. And then we're going to sit on the fence. And then we're going to ult here. Sit on the fence. Oh, here. Nope. Didn't quite get it. Nope. Man, it's hard. Tough. It's a tough AFK stage. Alright, what did you guys say? You can get away with anything you want, but you can look at yourself in the mirror and ask the real question. Why Viper though? I'm keeping my Viperian at plus 25. You are mental. Chad Rowland with the max HP buff in phase 3, dominating on these bozos. Yes. I pray for that one day. He will have like some cleanse that will be phenomenal. I know, but I'm too lazy with my makes my Rickon. I pray for the one day we get some collab heroes that I actually want. The upcoming collab you might know, Darky. As much as I hope. It's, yeah. You might know it. I don't think this is going to work as much as I want it to. I'm somebody in the chat can tell you what it is. I can't, but somebody in the chat will happily tell you what it is. Chat. Hit him. Hit him with the facts. We'll just let Bird jump around. There you go. Can we just yeet Peggy from existence in this team? And instead just go for Valara? Or is the damage share not going to be good? Let's have a look. This is bad. We're exposed. Alright, maybe. Nah, it's not enough damage. It's very close, but it's not enough damage. Not enough damage. Okay. Change plan. I don't think we can play Mahira. Instead of Mohira, who can we play?
I'll provide intel support.
This is just a really bad idea. How long have you been going for? I was going to say 2 hours, but apparently it's been 3. So the answer is too long. I don't think we're going to have enough damage, but this is frighteningly close as well. Yeah, we don't. Catch me up, please. I mean, what do you want to know? What do you want to know, sunshine? So, we don't have enough damage now. We don't have enough damage. Okay. How do we circumvent this? We want defense shred. I guess the logical answer is, like, Eve was really good, but do we just not need... Do we just not need her? Do we just do, like, this instead? Should we try that? I don't know if this is going to work, though. because we need to jump really quickly here with Saida. Saida? Saida! Hello! Thank you. Vale, you are my sunshine. There you go. Okay. So now we need to do as much armor shred as we can. So we need to focus on the highest one. Like this, like this. We overlap. Well, that was bad. I didn't want them to split up like that. Once again, I don't think we have enough damage, even with the ults duping. Look how much fucking health they've still got. Right. Fright. You said everything. Okay, top to bottom. Lamantis is not good at AFK stages. Peggy has been seeing use in AFK stages. The Apex stages are exactly the same as Phase 1. So Phantomal Apex Stage 487 in Phase 2 is the exact same as Phantomal Apex Stage 487 in Phase 1. There is no difference, no changes, no nothing. The buff, Blazing Advance, had a very small nerf. It's exactly the same, except it's 4% instead of 5%. That has the design to make it a little bit easier as you curve into Apex stages. The red charms are available, refined red charms are available on release, meaning that the scaling will be based around red charms. So it could be that Phase 2 is slightly harder, but we have no way of telling. But if the data trend works out to be reflective of both Season 5 and Season 6, it would stand to reason that Apex is going to be harder than it was in Phase 1. In terms of artifacts, Vanguard spell, which we have access to right now, but you might have already cleared before you used it, is good. Frontline spell, also seemingly pretty good. Valor Shield and Magic Surge have like utilization very rarely, and sometimes Wingguard still is used. Sunlance has some utilization as well as surging, but in terms of new artifacts, out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Vanguard, Frontline, and then sparingly these two. I haven't used Wind Cool once. I'm not joking with regards to the Apex thing. Really fucking lazy design, but that's what they've done. That's their vibe. That's what they've gone with. Somebody just mentioned Faramore. I'm going to give Faramore a fucking good go, actually, at this. That is a great idea. Let's try Faramore, shall we?
Accept this judgment.
But we then don't have... we need a Celestial Hypogean hero.
My desire is real.
She's just going to die, but we'll find out. Punk. We go here. Yeah, it just dies. Alright. Try using Auna. My sources say she's good at AFK stages. Well, we are using Auna, but unfortunately, not really working out for us. I looked at Faramore's abs in the new skin. I'm salivating. Doggo is just going to die. Yeah, even with Auna, he just dies. It has to be a... It's like a bird angle. There's a good chance that this is just a synergy stage for us. But yeah. We will see. Shadewing? No. We need armor shred. So hilariously, it could be like an Natalia angle. So we go sit on the fence. And then we come here. We sit on the fence. And we die. ER. That does not work because it's not defensive enough. It doesn't provide us anything. Well, this is painful. Have I tried 2 owners? I haven't tried 2 owners. S++ Faramore win. Faramore's still an obscene unit. He's still super, super good. We can try Peggy too. I'm not reserved from trying Peggy. My issue is we sit here. Saida gets the ult here. See, Eve is giving us like ridiculously good survivability. That's kind of why I don't want to dip on her, but I might have to. Might be right. Well, it's looking okay, but we're super far away. Thousand starting Henji map wide ult. Like his old Dura's one, Rick. Yeah, it's just not gonna work. Not going to work. Is this the England versus Panama waiting room? That's a great shout, my friend. A great shout indeed. Unfortunately not. But it can be. It's very close. It's a bit of a weird one. Let's try this again. Let's try Sunlance with the Shred. I don't know if Sunlance classifies itself as melee or range damage. But if it classifies itself as range damage, there is a chance that this works out to be like really fucking good. Alright, we'll go sit behind. We're happy kind of sat here because we're hitting both of them, which is okay. We're gonna duplicate. We're gonna come here. Nope. Just get meleeed. Okay. Doesn't work. We need to get rid of Eve. And we need to do something else. We need to do something different. We need to try and figure out what it is. That's what I want. Also, didn't disappear with 0 energy. I'm waiting for the buff to stack up. I gave teams every stage. Fair. That's fair, another channel. This is Pioneer. So we are currently very close to the 750 first clear. I kind of wanted to get it before I watched the word. I went away. I don't have any intention of playing anymore after I get this. I just thought I wanted to get this and then call it a day. Gunnar Gwyneth. The problem with that is Gunnar just dies to these. Pioneer in P2. Yeah, this is phase 2. Would Celise work? Yeah, let's try Celise. That's not a bad shout, Midnight. That is not a bad shout. The problem with Gunnar, to those of you suggesting Gunnar, Gunnar is getting absolutely fucking shred by the Wraiths. He has no health, and he just gets even less health because of them. So, it's not working, unfortunately. Well, that was annoying. Saida just doesn't want to do anything. Saida's dying really quickly now. Without Eve, Sylphira feels super dodgy as well. Yeah, Sulfuria feels really bad. Maybe we could be really greedy and try this. So we jump here. Nope. What was that? Is that somebody joining the guild? Yeah. Maybe a defensive spell? Yeah, frontline doesn't work because they come to us. So frontline is out the door. We jump. Nope. Well, doesn't look like they work correctly, at least.
I'm in position.
We could try her by herself with Eve.
I'll provide intel support.
I don't think she's gonna do shit by herself, though. Yeah, she ain't gonna do fucking shit by herself. Like the team to use normally is like is this sort of vibe, but we physically can't. I don't think. Because of this. Like, we physically can't use what we want to use. Like, who from this team can we viably drop? Can we do that? And then we just sit and take the max HP reduction? And then we ult Saida to let her keep doing stuff? No. See, this was actually fine, but it's like Contus isn't doing anything now. So like, we only had one Contus ult before Gunner fell over. Yeah, that doesn't work. Is Apex going to be difficult? I mean, I have no clue, honestly. It's a really hard question to answer, because nobody's going to be at this situation. Like, normally what happens is we get max level just as we're normally concluding. But it's... If the data trend continues, Cal, as it has in past seasons, Phase 2 will be harder than Phase 1 because of how the charm scaling will work. Like, they're scaling off the red charms, whereas in Phase 1 they were scaling off the blue charms. So when purple charms came out, it was just like, haha, we win, free. Whereas in this, it's, like, very different. Yeah. See, as soon as they get access to here, we're just dead. Yeah, see, Xandrock won't do anything, that's the problem. Because the Mimic Roots. It's all because of the Mimic Roots. And we'd be fine here if Freeroom was still alive. If Freeroom was still alive, we'd be fine. I want to go like this first. And I want to just not ult on Gunner. Until we get all of the ults out. Yeah, it just dies. He just dies. It won't change anything. The Mimic Roots can't be crowd controlled unless their shields are shred. And their shields won't get shred. You want Valara here. Alright, you can try that. The reason why Valara is working out there is because these guys are dealing the most damage to Saida. So we don't want Saida to fall over. You might be on something. Ah, see. They burst Gunner too quickly then. As soon as they get an access point to Gunner, when Saida dies, they just instantly kill her. And I don't have room to find a spot for Kulu. What I do have is a range defense artifact. Let me try that. Nope. Nope. It is not going well for us, I can say. Very clearly, it is not happening very well for us. We just need Gunner to live, but he's just not going to. That's the problem. Look at the health. Yeah. Yeah. I'm guessing that there is a way to do this, and somebody smarter than I can figure it out, but I'm close to giving up. Nope. Oh. My guess is there is a very specific combination that will allow us to unlock this. And I do not know what it is. It does not feel like this hero, but this hero is very good. Yeah, the idea of you're not wrong. Like I have tried delaying Gunner. Like if you don't ult Gunner, everybody, it means that he gets to cycle his shielding ability more. I love your random accents. I have to try and do something to entertain myself while I am being wrecked. See, Said dies. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It just does not fucking do anything. We will go back to. Why don't we try this? Fuck it. Spaghetti. Somebody touch my spaghetti. Nope. Alright, I'm not gonna ult for her. And we are gonna ult Gunner. Gunner ulting is fine. Alright. Problem is, I don't think we have enough damage, but we'll find out. Here we go. Oh. Pain. Pain, pain, pain. Basically, the objective is to try and squeeze one more free run out in, but you can't, because then you just give the fuckers the energy. Yes, sirree. Alright, we don't do this. Saida was hitting the mimic roots for the time that she needed. It wouldn't have made a difference. The one that she went top for. The one that she went top for was probably a good thing anyway. Nope. Talia will die in a hit, unfortunately. Talia is not good at this level of deficit. Talia is good on live because there's a lot of buffs helping her out, but she's not good here, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Oop. So, our gunner boy no longer wants to live a boy, I guess. I know that we didn't ult free run last time. I'm just vibing. Jesus, look at his health. You're like a kite dancing in the wind, Mr. Bond. Let's slow it down. Let's take things slowly. Come across here. Nope. You want to put Valara second bottom right? I don't think I do. If anything, there is an argument to say... I don't think I do. I think that's a bad shout. Because what does it give me that this doesn't? This will shield these two and do nothing else. This shields all of them, plus deduces against this. But we can try. Yeah, see? No, Valara gets one shot. It's not the healing that we need. We need just general shielding. Maybe we do this and hope. We tried this before. I'm not going down this pathway again. It's a good suggestion. Yes. It doesn't. This doesn't work. I'll show you guys again. We've done this like 10 minutes ago, team. Come on. So what happens is Saida dies, and then Gunner dies. Have the new heroes been useful? Lamantis, no. Peggy has been good. The reason this happens is all of these guys now are like... Oh wait, we can do it actually correctly. If I show you correctly. So I'm not showing you correctly. So I'm ulting when I shouldn't be. Now we go 1. see. It does not work, unfortunately. We can try mirroring. I don't hate the idea of mirroring. Nope. Why not give free run defensive buff to Gunner? If Gunner goes at the top, he will just die. The maximum health reduction that the Wraiths are doing is too much for Gunner to handle. You see how much damage, you see how much maximum health reduction Saida has here. This would be on Gunner, and Gunner already has some, and he will just die. The flipping may have helped us, but we're very much in no man's land. We need to do this, and then go here. Alright. We may be onto something here, team. This could be it. Strap the fuck in. Are you strapped in? I don't think you're strapped in. You strapped in? You're strapped in. Strapped on. Strapped out. Nobody's strapped in. Team, if we're not strapped in, we're not doing this. I mean, we don't have enough damage. We don't have enough damage, unfortunately. We'd probably get one more after this. Yeah, we don't have enough damage. That's sad. Yeah. Not enough damage. But it's progress, I guess. Everybody loves progress. Alright, let's try this. Nope. All right, maybe. I mean, I'm not trying that hard. Are we strapped in? Because this genuinely looks pretty fucking spicy good. Except I mashed my wrong buttons and it caused me to lag. Love that. We fucking 19 seconds. We did it with fucking 19 seconds left. Are you actually okay? Jesus fucking well. Yeah, okay. Good job, everybody. Round of applause. Nice one. Well done. Good cooking. Really strong. Well done, team. We did it. We figured it out. Ah, woo. We did it. Please leave a like on the stream. Please. Please leave a like. Please. He's Chad Maxing. I'm Chad Maxing. Please leave a like on my stream, please. Please. Here's a picture of my cat again. Please. Wait, I defeated, please. Alright. Next stage, Sin. Lol. Alright. Like the stream before he loses. Oh, this is a Kulu vibe. Maybe we just go one back and we hope that it does this. Nope, Bale gets blocked. But it should be fine, actually. Even though Bale gets blocked, we probably are okay here because of the strength of Peggy. Yeah. Love it. Bale was a spectator there. Absolute great. Ah, look at this horrendous AFK stage. This could just be this. It wasn't, but it could have been. It wasn't, but it could have been. Alright, this is like the one that we need. This is 750 right here, by the way, team. We get past this. We're home free. We can go have dinner.
Get ready to be scared.
Get ready to be scared. This is a we need to get Valara to live angle. I'm 99.9% sure, but we're about to find out if that's actually the case or not. Ah. Looks like it. Alright. Instead, we will go with a switcheroo, like this. Yeah? Yeah. I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now? How about now, Mr. Krabs? Oh. Oh. Maybe. I'll tell you what, this new artifact's pretty decent. Magic Surge. Pretty pog.
Time to clock out.
Chocolate! 750. We did it. That's how we do it. 750. Very nice. Claps all around, please. Claps all around. Very nice, very nice. Woo! Very nice, very nice. Well done, well done. Well done. You don't get any mail on Pioneer, apparently. Very interesting. How weird. Where's my mailbox gone? Where's my mail? Why am I not getting any mail? Weird. Anyway, team, that, I think... Oh, here's the new Homestead loading screen for you. The big new content. Wow. Wow. I'll show you that again. Watch. The new Homestead content. Ready? Ooh. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Okay. Don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. I was meant to press a different button. My bad. My bad. On me. That's on me. Let's press this one little here. Let's go by the lake. Nyam. All right, team. That is everything for today. I will say a farewell. Thank you so much for sticking around. It has been 3 hours and 40 minutes. That is more than I thought it would be. Now I can see the sky reflected on it. Yeah, exactly. Pog. Look at this. We'll scroll out. We'll scroll out. There I am. Twice. All right. Team, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will release some videos on my thoughts ahead of Phase 2, just to give you an idea into some of the teams to use, some of the charms to look out for. Sorry, artifacts to look out for. Things like that. And yeah, they'll come out probably tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, sorts of vibe. I'll make sure that they're ready, and I hope that you enjoy them when they get released. Apart from that, I will see you on Thursday So phase 2 comes out on Thursday. I will be landing in the like early evening, afternoon type vibe. After that, I will come back and live stream for you. So there'll be some phase 2 day 1 shenanigans, but it'll be later in the evening. So stick around for that. So that's all good. Neil, thank you for coming along for your first stream. Anybody else, whether you are new, whether you are a seasoned dreamer, enjoyer, thank you so much for your time, and it's really appreciated. All right, that's enough. 750 Apex stages done on Pioneer. I will see you for the real thing in a couple days' time. See you later. Awoo, 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 bye, awoo. I'm new. I'm lying.